In this year alone, 16 million people will join a cult. By 2008, a shocking 1 in 5 Americans will belong to a cult. What kind of monster would start a cult? Surprisingly, it could be anyone, even this man. Meet cult leader Stu Rosenbaum. Through various insidious means, he sought out willing disciples for his cult. Criteria stringent and exact. What kind of lost soul would respond to such a call? You're about to find out.
So you claim.
But I think it's more we regard it as an informed.
I mean, I told my mother, I said, just so you know, I belong to a cult now. And so she doesn't even understand the concept of a cult. I had to explain to her I was not kidnapped, that I answered an ad on Craigslist. She doesn't know what Craigslist is.
I think ultimately we all know that we're just pulling for the same goal, which is just to hang out with Stu.
The faithful often find bliss in performing the most mundane of tasks. A phenomenon both puzzling and perplexing.
How does your family feel about you belonging to a cult?
They don't know. They hate cats, they hate marijuana, and they despise Ali G. And Stu doesn't know that they don't know. So, shh.
At times, there is more stress than bliss.
I did the litter box, and I cleaned out the hairbrush, and I just thought that this week maybe I could do the dry cleaning just for a change, to switch things up a little bit.
Well,
I think I'd be good at it.
Well, you probably would. Maybe you're not ready for the responsibility of doing the laundry.
No.
Maybe
I feel that I am capable of so much more. I've lived alone for a long time, and laundry is just something I have mastered, as most adults who take care of themselves have. And there's other tasks that go on that I haven't been asked to do, and I feel that they would be challenging.
I mean, it's not as easy as you think. It's not like you just go in and you give them Stu's ticket and say...
That's exactly what you do.
See,
what do you do? Do you sing it?
No more fighting.
In a way, she does.
Shut up.
Some seek only to belong.
I just hope that someday I'll be able to sit on the couch.
I took a boxing class, but some people thought maybe it wasn't feminine. You know, I've dated guys that thought it's not very feminine to punch a bag or punch people, but that's the world we live in, isn't it? That world of, oh, women can't punch people. It's not feminine.
Bridget gets a little feisty sometimes. Like, she takes things so personal.
The good news is I have not ever hit Amber. And I have felt like it many times. And I've even asked permission.
Stu's relaxed demeanor belies the blind devotion he requires of all his followers.
As I say, it's not that kind of thing. It's if my fellow cult members decided they didn't want to do it anymore. But I do feel a responsibility to them. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for them. They need this so much more than I do.
What happened to Rachel?
I don't think I want to talk about Rachel.
We call her Voldemort because we're not to speak her name.
Personal opinion about Rachel varies widely within the group to this day.
I've seen her once, actually, since she left Stu, and she looks like shit.
Since I've left Stuart's cult, I'm actually writing my own book, which is going to be called Doing It My Way, No Rules and No Apologies. Finally, hey, why not?
Oh, and Voldemort, if you're listening, your goulash sucked.
Was it the cult Or was it her addiction to Zyban that led Rachel to flee?
I'm holding the confession mug, and I just want to say that I'm sorry that I took so much of Voldemort's medication.
Well, you know, she's not going to take it. Someone should.
She totally looks like ass. I don't know what she's doing with her life.
If I ever did get a chance to see Amber, I would say to her, I would say, hi, what's your name, what's your name, what's your name?
Gotta give Stu a chance, give Stu a chance. I wanted to bash the fucking guitar over her head.
I like watching British TV with Stu, even though I don't really understand it. I don't really understand the language. I like watching Stu smoke.
While moving on with her life is part of the healing process, some cult practices still haunt Rachel.
If I do watch an English comedy, sometimes I will top it with anything Sybil Shepherd's in, or anything that makes me feel lighter and better.
And while these interviews were very difficult and very painful for Rachel, moving on is part of the healing process of moving on and healing.
Once he made me kick a hobo. I didn't enjoy that much, but just to see the joy on Stu's face when I did it made it worth it, I think.
We're a big happy group, and Todd's okay. He's weird. He says things, and I'm trying to belong.
I do a lot of things differently now. I'll often go to someone's house and take my shoes off even if they don't ask me to, or just sit in a fun way, you know? I mean, people don't realize how differently you can sit. You can even just sit like this and let your arms hang. There's so many different ways that you can do things. You can sit, you can do this and sort of hide your head and peek up and talk to someone like that.
Strong-willed, back on track, forging her own path, and clearly out of harm's way and the evil clutches of mind control and Stu's cult.